I am bundled up with my tea. I poured it inside with my beautiful cup, and then that's for drinking inside, so I wanted to bring it out to the garden, so I put it in my garden cup. But it's always fun to have a fun hot drink when it's still chilly outside, when you're working outside. But I hope you guys are doing so well. As you can see behind me, there's a ton of garden cleanup that we need to do still for kind of like our fall winter cleanup, and some amazing plants that we have to plant for winter. But before that, today I have a special project. I have some accidental fodder that we grew for our chickens, slash kind of a beautiful invasive species in our garden that we need to take care of. So let me show you. Okay guys, here's what we got. Look at this mat. It looks absolutely beautiful. It actually was extended till here, and I have been every day combing it or getting it from the roots and getting the mat up. And it is all the way into this rest of the bed. We have weeded it, used the stirrup hoe on it, cleaned it out, and it's coming back. As you can see, it is all over the gravel. So I'll have to grab the organic spray we use that will take care of that, no problem. But any guesses what that is?
John, you've got 30 seconds. Starts right now.
Pansies!
He's won $1 million!
They are organic, technically violas that I seeded last winter, and I had them on the outside of the beds. And I loved them, they're so beautiful. And Sebastian and I were looking at these and trying to figure out what to do. As you can see, we pulled the drip out so that we could weed it or pull it all up. And I want to keep them, but Sebastian's like, they're just going to take over the garden. So I didn't realize they are such prolific reseeders. They don't even look like they have seeds on them to reseed, but they do. Over here, I cleaned out our kale. We're going to put fresh kale. Look at it. Absolutely gorgeous. I might have some video or pictures from last year where I have all of them in bloom. Over here, they're in bloom. They're all these green spots. That's the violas. And if we peek under our lettuce that I seeded, I thought there was some kind of weed in here. Let me grab this end to pull it up. It's not a weed. Look at it. Violas. There's more in here. They're absolutely everywhere. So I think seeing this in the gravel kind of was the last straw that gotta say goodbye to you guys. I love it that we can have beautiful flowers in winter, but I don't want them to take over the garden, so. Beautiful though. Love it. You can eat these too. They're edible. They're beautiful for using on cakes and beautiful pastries, and these were organic seeds I used, so they're all organic, which was awesome. But maybe, I don't know, maybe just in a pot or a smaller section, or maybe I didn't let them grow too much, but I guess just pulling them out right away would probably be the ticket if you do want to grow them, because I did love having them. So we'll figure that out. If you've grown them before, let me know your experience. They're hardy little things, I tell you, because it's been freezing, and covered or uncovered, as you can see, they're doing great. The lettuce, on the other hand, is doing marvelous. I haven't looked at it in like a week, and it looks so fresh and so good. So I went and grabbed this to show you guys for the gravel area. There's just no way to pull all of this out to weed it, but we use Captain Jack's Dead Weed Brew. It is awesome. It is all natural. See if I can be steady there for you guys. It's all natural, so it doesn't put any chemicals or bad stuff in your garden. So I love this, and it usually takes 1 to 3 applications, I would say. Sebastian, is that right? To see browning and then for it to be gone. So I'll take care of this area with that. I'm gonna try to comb through this again with the stirrup hoe, which works amazingly. And here I'm gonna pull all this out and give to the chickens. Today they are gonna be so excited. Look at these sad faces. Hi, ladies. Hi. They need some scraps, so that's why I'm gonna give them the pansies. They love it. They devour that and the soil in minutes. Don't you ladies? Nice, sweethearts. So in winter, chickens need a lot of extra protein. They're growing a lot of down feathers, and their feathers are made of protein. So in another video, I'm going to be sprouting some feed and some probably peas, might be some sunflowers, to give them some extra food or fodder that way. Fodder is like additional greens or food supplemental in the winter. So I'll be taking you guys along for that because they love it, they crave it, they need it. So today we get to do the pansies, which is a bummer to have it overgrown in the garden, but I almost don't mind it because I get to give it to the chickens and I know that they are gonna love it. Some of them are molting, so they look a little rough, but the white ones, where are the two white ones? They have like gorgeous, there's one, it's head up, down like a, what is that called, a buffer collar? That's so furry and beautiful. Isn't that right, ladies? So we're gonna get you guys some treats. Let me go scrounge it up for you. I have a new microphone on today to make Sebastian's editing job easier, so I hope that you guys can hear amazingly. But here's where we are starting. I'm just gonna pull the drip. Actually, I'm gonna turn off. We have these shut-off valves that Sebastian put on, which is amazing. When you're not growing anything or you don't need it, just turn it and it shuts the water off. I've kept it on just to water these here because I knew I was gonna give them to the chickens. So I turn it off. I'm gonna pull the drip tubes back and then I can just go under it with the strip hoe and pull it all out. But first, some tea. Perfect. So we're in south of Greenville, South Carolina, zone 8. So we can grow a lot of stuff in the winter. We're very, very blessed. So a lot of this stuff, the greens still grow. And that's why I love to grow extra stuff in the garden for the chickens. Or the weeds. I don't mind because then I can give it to them, but I want to get it cleaned up. So I'm doing this one-handed. Hopefully it'll work. So I just go under right there. And two-handed, it works much better, but it just grabs right under the roots and it just comes up as like little patties. It works great. See how it pulls that off in strips? It's like sod, that's what I'm thinking of. It looks like pieces of sod. If you haven't already given your chickens weeds, they love weeds. So anytime we clean out our garden, we give them all the weeds too. Chickens get that. I give them the dirt too because there's a lot of beneficial things in it for them, including insects and some of the dirt that they eat. So I just bless them with that and then we replenish some of the soil. But chickens are very smart. If they shouldn't eat it, they usually don't. At least in my experience, they just pick through it, but almost everything they eat. So, very, very smart. Despite what the reputation they've gotten. I just check for our landscape staples. If they happen to get in, the chickens just leave them and I find them later in the run. So those are totally fine. But look at that, isn't that crazy? Like a mat of green pansies. Chickens are gonna be so happy and excited. So I've done this every day for a week or two, giving them what was already in the bed. It's a little tricky with this drip tube here. All right, guys, I got that whole corner all pulled out, which is amazing. I got a whole bucket full. See, that the chickens get to have. I can't wait to give it to them. They're going to be so excited. They can process a lot in a day, so they could go through more than a pailful. But I'm going to save the rest of this, and then another day just comb through it the same exact way, and then they'll have some food for the next day or two to spread it out a little bit. I'm going to spray down this gravel and just show you that process, and then we'll give it to the chickens. So here you can see how absolutely beautifully that strip hoe works. The dirt is cleaned out. It's just like pulling up sheets of sod like that. It's amazing. Just maybe a few tufts of pansy or viola left and got it all cleaned up. And then this part is what it's just really fine and little yet, so it'll come up easily and it's not as matted, so I'm going to leave that so they have food for the next day. But like all you do is just take the bottle and just spray it. Like I said, it's all natural. You don't have to worry about kids, pets, your food, your stuff that you're growing. So I'm just gonna keep going and rolling and do all this here. There's some in the other beds too I might do today or the next day. Look at all that. Little pansies. I should say viola. Viola are the little ones, that's what I planted. Pansies are the bigger ones. These are, you know, like a regular, any sprayer, you have to tilt it just right for it to come out. So if it gets funny, you just have to turn the angle a little bit. All right, that looks good. Like I said, I might go around the garden and do some more, but we got this big area done. Hi, ladies, you're gonna get some treats. Are you so excited? Look at you all waiting. Hi, ladies. All right, time to give the goodies to the girls. They're gonna go nuts, so the tricky part is getting this in there without them coming out at me. Goodies! Time for goodies! Come and get it. Come and get it, ladies. Come get your treats. Time for goodies. As you can see, they love it. Anything to dig around in, to munch on, makes their day. Love you, girls. Hope you're enjoying it. It just makes my day to make their day. I love it so much. Makes me so happy. All right, guys, that was such a fun activity. I love giving the chickens treats and taking care of them and providing for them, especially in winter when they need just extra stuff. So it's so nice to give them extra food and something to do. So I'm glad we got most of those pansies out of, or violas, I keep saying that. We got most of those violas out of the garden. We just have a few more to work through. But it's progress, so it's so nice to get that cleaned up because we're going to be planting some fun things. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next one. Bye.